Are you human or a gun? Are you human?
Hello, this is Sawville, a typical small town in America surrounded by dense woodland in which nothing remotely interesting ever happens. However, it is in these dull surroundings an unspeakable horror is said to lurk. And it's not hillbilly rap.
Alive and he's riding in the shine. Truck full of crackers and a box full of wine.
I'm Percy Snively, and in this programme we interview two insane individuals. Eugene Johnson, former trapper, gold prospector and communist exterminator.
I took one shot at it and killed a hipster.
And Maybelline Turner, housewife and mother to the devil's spawn.
Well, I thought I was the hairiest thing this side of the Mississippi.
Who both believe they have encountered the legendary Bigfoot.
Well, it was my grandpappy got me interested in the fella. He used to sit me on his knee, finger my butthole, and regale me with all sorts of stories about the Sasquatch, which is what the natives used to call him.
Did he himself ever see the creature?
Well, he reckoned so. He reckoned he saw him taking a leak by an old oak tree. So damn drunk, he shot and killed a nearby grizzly bear instead. Oh, yeah.
How did you first encounter the beast, Miss Turner?
Oh, no need to be so formal, miss. The name's Maybelline. Anyway, I was alone one night in bed, kind of dozing when I felt something crawl in bed beside me. I first thought it was my second husband, on account of him being so darn hairy, but George proved to be a far more tender lover than he'd ever been.
George?
It's the name I gave to him, as he can only sort of grunt some. I've always had a soft spot for it, on account of George Pepper from the 18.
Do you often hunt for Bigfoot, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah. Me and Betsy.
Your wife?
My wife? My wife run off with a circus dwarf in 94. Betsy, my rifle.
How do your neighbours view your unusual relationship?
Well, they ain't open to it. Most think I'm crazy, but I pay them no mind. I mean, he ain't around much, and neither were my first 4 husbands, but he has other little qualities.
Such as?
Well, I'm a good Christian girl, but in the rutting department, I ain't never had it so good.
Quiet. I'm picking up his scent.
You've smelt him before. Is he close?
Either that or you just shit your pants. That's him. Now don't move a muscle.
And what's the name of this little fella?
Oh, this little fella? This is George, Jr. He looks just like his daddy.
Mr. Johnson, I have a desperate urge to urinate.
Do what I did an hour ago, mister.
And what was that?
Piss my pants.
How does your brood view George?
Well, they just think he's funny. I mean, my eldest, Regina, has taken a real shine to him. I mean, she's at that age now where she's looking for a real man to plow her furrow, so to speak. Yeah, I was like that when I was 13, too.
Have you ever actually seen Bigfoot yourself, Mr. Johnson?
Oh, I seen the critter many a time. The first time was, near 30 years ago. I was cutting wood out in the backyard when he just strolled out of the woods, gave me a wave and a cheery hello like it was the most normal thing in creation.
Tell me, Mr. Johnson, were you somewhat inebriated at the time?
Well, I may have had a drop or 2 of whiskey, but I wasn't drunk, if that's what you're implying. In fact, when I saw him last time, I got photographic evidence. If you're looky here. That there is Sasquatch, and ain't nobody gonna tell me different.
Bigfoot is just a man in a stupid costume, isn't he?
Some fella in a stupid costume.
As your photo clearly indicates.
Ain't no. Ain't no. No. And that can't be so.
Is it not possible, Maybelline, that George is just a figment of your imagination?
No, George is as real as my pet unicorn, Princess Bubblegum.
I see.
And one day, when all the people of the world truly open their hearts, George is gonna marry me while robbing Princess Bubblegum and we'll live happily ever after in our treehouse in the sky. Just you see if we don't. Just you see.
We left Sauville and Eugenie Maybelline to their delusion and returned soon after to civilization, only to find that civilization was just as deluded as those two poor souls.